Mans and them. It's Yah Mans and them.
Just a freestyle, real quick.
Here we go.
You want a freestyle?
Nah. No, y'all heard. Did y'all see the T-Pain video?
You know when your shit sounds like somebody else's shit. You're making it because you think because you're in the studio like, what's the #1 record right now? We need to make another one of those. Stop doing that. Stop. You're not original.
Him just blacking on like how music is the same.
Yeah.
Did y'all see that?
That shit was hilarious.
He was tight.
What was that about though? Like where did it come from? I saw the snippet. That's about it.
Yeah.
He has a Twitch and he just be rambling. He be going on there. I think it's doing really well. But he was just talking about the state of music and how he feels like everybody is basically riding waves and putting the same type of music out. He was like, there's already a Lil Baby. There's already a Lil Yachty. There's already a Lil this. We don't need more of that. We want, something different. You got the video, Shake?
I mean, he got a point too because he came out with the autotune stuff. Nobody was really doing that before.
Exactly.
How rare is that though? How rare is it for you to pop up with something new in hip hop?
And people music? Like it. Something new and people like it because usually people want to hear something familiar.
Exactly.
I'm noticing that more so. Like people are creatures of habits, so
and there's
like
nothing
to hear
really
the
new
shit.
Either. Like there's nothing new under the sun. Because autotune was always there. He just used it differently.
Yeah. So that's which makes it different.
Yeah.
You know.
Because before it was called synthesizers and vocoders and stuff like that.
They had a tube in their mouth and shit.
But I mean, is he like an OG to have an opinion like that?
For sure.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you don't think so? Why not?
I don't think so.
Why not? He created a whole movement. Like what he did, he was the start of like without him, you think there would be a Lil Baby with the like how Lil Baby sounded?
There would be no future.
Yeah, exactly.
No future.
How about this? What's the name of the movement he created?
The auto-tune movement. Because without him, he influenced Kanye.
That 808s and Heartbreak.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Kanye was hot before that.
But,
it
would never sound like that if T-Pain wasn't.
There would have never been an 808s and Heartbreak without T-Pain.
Yeah,
Kanye said that. There would never been a Lil Wayne Lollipop.
You gotta put credit. You gotta put credit on T-Pain's name.
A lot of what T-Pain did influence hip hop even till now in this day.
He's the reason why Lil Wayne went rock.
Mm-hmm. I just agree with that. I don't even know what I was like.
But I mean, like, okay, it's cool. If Jay-Z gives advice, you'll obviously listen. Nas gives advice, you'll listen. T-Pain gives advice. Are you really listening?
Yes.
Not now.
Yes, bro.
You've been in the game long enough.
He's tested.
Yeah.
Like
I look at the comments and everybody's agreeing with him. I mean, he's not saying anything that's not new, but if they wanted to clown him, they would have been clowning him in them comments. But I think everybody respects him enough to agree with that sentiment.
Yo, everybody in the chat, let us know. Do you think that T-Pain is a legend? Do y'all think that he belongs in the Hall of Fame? Or do y'all agree with Dre and say that he ain't shit?
I'm not saying he's not shit. I'm just saying, like,
he's not like
is he a good mentor?
Hold on, what's your favorite T-Pain song?
I don't have one.
That's why.
What?
That's
you didn't
why.
like Buy Me a Drink?
I mean,
I'm in love with a stripper.
Cool,
You're like,
ooh,
I can't believe it.
I'm in love with a stripper.
That one was
It
fire.
didn't sound like that.
Believe it was fire.
Because of the autotune. What?
Nah, I mean, his songs are good. Don't get me wrong, but it's not a favorite. It's not up there for me.
Who's your favorite artist?
That's tough.
One of the Soca Kings.
Soca Kingdom.
That's racist.
Shouts out to One Eye Skull.
One Eye Skull said T-Pain made a name. He said T-Pain made a name. He did. You gotta respect it. You gotta respect it.
I'm not taking that away from him. He has a name, but
I see what you're saying. The caliber of music. Yeah, like, I get what you mean.
Like,
can you take him serious? Yeah,
shit like that. There's no way. Like Jay-Z spanned all genres at this point. He had beef with pop artists.
I mean, T-Pain's got a deep portfolio though. He's worked with a lot of artists too.
And wrote for a lot of artists too.
Yeah.
Production wise, I give it to him.
I think what he really saying is like, do people respect him enough to like if he based off of what he's saying, like, do we respect him enough to listen to him? Like, it's T-Pain. That's how you feel.
Yeah.
It's T-Pain. That's how you feel.
I'm gonna scroll
give
right past
give T-Pain
this.
credit, B.
I mean,
Credit.
so like, would you respect Dr. Dre as a rapper?
Definitely not. As a producer.
As a producer, yeah.
Yeah.
But regardless, if Dr. Dre talks about anything hip hop oriented,
You gonna
you
listen.
listen.
Yeah.
And I think
even if he talks about bars, I'm still gonna listen to what he has to say.
I think T-Pain is the perfect person to say this because he did start a movement. So think about somebody who would speak out that didn't really start something.
Facts.
You know.
I mean, I saw a clip of that documentary on Netflix too when he said that I think Usher told him he ruined music
Yeah.
because of autotune.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, I was a fan of Usher. Usher's my boy.
Yeah.
So I mean,
We actually talked about that. We talked about production and being a lyricist. We were talking about Kanye.
Yeah.
And we were saying how Kanye's production level is always going to be fire.
Yeah.
But over time, him as a lyricist, it kind of went down.
Yeah.
But so probably for the same, T-Pain's production, you know, I think he has high value in production of
I
music.
think so too.
Yeah, I agree. And then T-Pain wasn't really a lyricist. I don't feel like.
True.
No. Sammy J thinks otherwise.
Sammy J says T-Pain is not only known for auto-tune, he is also a lyricist and engineer. He's highly respected. Highly respected.
Yeah.
All right,
I think
so
he's
about
low
this.
key
I
highly.
don't know about lyricists.
How
Does that
about
make
this,
sense?
right? J. Cole, dope lyricist.
Mm.
He's a producer also. Is anybody feeding for a J. Cole beat? But
Probably
here's
Drew.
the thing: there's not many.
Bello is.
I don't know if he has like a producer tag, so you wouldn't know what he produced.
Yeah.
But he does have a sound that he
He
created.
does, yeah.
Like a very specific sound.
But I
so.
think he's more I think it's more of a team thing with him. I don't think he's behind, the mastermind behind it. I think he has a team.
Well, his beats,
Yeah.
his albums prior.
I mean, you can say the same thing about.
It was mostly only him.
You can say the same thing about
it
DJ
was
Khaled.
just him.
It was
producing.
mostly on. That was his biggest critique because people were saying he needed to branch out with different producers. This last album that he put out, he had different producers. He had Timbaland. He had But before that, people was like, "Yo, get some producers. Why are you making all your
It
beats?"
sounds the same.
Yeah, it's a cold beat.
Like we get it. You're rapping and saving the budget, but
Right. It's like a pride thing.
Yeah,
It's
all the
like with
royalties.
I would think it's like photography or something. Like, you do, videography, photography. Do you get more of like a pride boost when you do everything yourself?
yeah, because not much people could do the shit that I do.
That ego. So that's ego talk right there.
No, I mean, like I have friends that come and assist me in shoots like that, but there's certain things I have to do.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a project where you edit as well?
Yeah,
Have you ever done a project where you were given the video and then you edit?
Yeah.
I've done it once and I didn't like it.
trash.
I was like, I would prefer to shoot it because one, when I shoot, I know what story I'm shooting for, and two, I shoot with different settings that I'm comfortable with working with.
Yeah.
So like this person, they was like
And, like,
imbalanced and stuff,
You
and
kind of know your own limitations
Yeah.
too, what you can do, what the program can do. So if somebody just throws me some shit, I can't make magic out of it. People expect you to.
yeah.
And it's like you can't, even when you can't really like talk, you can't really say your vision in words. Like you can, but just a little bit, but in your head, you know what it's supposed to look like. So
So
somebody
that's
send you a
even-
video.
That's even a big part of
Yeah.
the job too. A lot of people they can't put what they're thinking into words, so you have to be there trying to decipher it.
Yeah.
And, like get as close to that as possible.
Yeah.
I'd be like, Austin,
I want something.
what I'm
you
trying
know-
to say. Listen to what I'm trying to think, Austin. listen to my thoughts, man.
Look at my eyes.
You know what this means.
Y'all ain't messing with the starting five. Who you kidding? Yeah, it's your mans and them. It's